Namaste. Welcome to your prenatal asana series. We are going to practice Vyghrasana, also known as tiger pose. This asana is usually safe to practice in first and second trimester. In third trimester, the basic portions can be recommended, but keeping in mind the comfort of the women. In the third trimester, the weight of the belly increases, hence the pressure on the lower back also increases. So, suggesting the various variations of this asana is not suggested, as the variation of this asana includes stretching and back stretching. So hence, any of the back stretching can put more strain on the lower back, and that's what we shall avoid in the third trimester. And also, in the first 2 trimesters, if the woman has strong back pain, pelvic pain, or knee pain, this asana can be avoided in that condition also. In any of the trimester, while suggesting this asana, it's important to remember that this is among the balancing pose as well. So in certain variations of this asana, it can be difficult for women to balance this posture. Hence, if there is too many balancing issues and the woman is not comfortable, then this asana should not be suggested. Also, there can be breathlessness during the pregnancy phase. If the woman has dizziness or too much breathlessness, then this can aggravate or create a bit more breathlessness if you're trying to hold the posture for too long. So ideally, the suggestion is to not to hold for too long, only enter into asana for a few seconds and then releasing it, just trying to maintain it for just about 5 to 10 seconds and releasing the posture. And also, just remind her not to hold the breath at any point in time, because that can create more strain to stay in the asana. Also, it's anyway not suggested to hold the breath at any point in time in pregnancy while practicing any of the prenatal asana. So keeping all these things in mind while practicing this asana is very important. Now, there are many benefits of this asana. First, it realigns your body, stretches your spine, it opens your chest, helps create more space in the upper abdomen. It's helpful postnatally as it creates more ease for breastfeeding, and as it stretches the upper body as well for the lower body in some of the variations. It brings more strength to the thigh muscle, hamstring muscles, and as you're stretching the whole leg, and so it relieves the congestion from the lower body. At the same time, because the spine is arched and the back muscles are also strengthened and spine muscle is also stretched. It also helps creates women to create more balance, learn to recreate more balance during the pregnancy phase while being in this asana. It also re-regulates your nervous system as you're trying to balance this into this asana. So there are many benefits of practicing this asana, and hence just taking care in mind the precautions that I suggested previously. The way we practice this asana is we come into tabletop position. That means on our knees and our hand. Now remember, if a woman has a carpal tunnel syndrome, then she has weaker wrist. So she cannot take her weight on the wrist. In that case also, either you should avoid or let her know that she can take some support from a chair or a wall while practicing this asana, and practice rest of the body part and movement for the back body. Now, coming into tabletop. From here, the first variation is simple movement. You lift off one leg. In my case, I'm lifting my left leg and I'm into my third trimester, into 9 months, so the size of the belly can vary, and hence the space for the belly, maintaining this space and not to over squeeze is very important. And at any point in time, compressing belly is not suggestive. So the idea is to try to touch your knee to your head as you inhale. So in my case, I cannot put too much compression on the belly, so I will just reach wherever is possible for my body. And then gently lifting the leg up on exhalation. Inhaling, exhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Making it a movement or trying to stabilize for a few seconds here. And then releasing. Now, the second variation that can be added just as balancing posture here is lifting one leg and straightening one leg at the back. Like lifting your right leg and trying to stabilize it here. If you want more difficulty or complexity to be added, you can lift the leg a bit more while keeping the spine and the arms straight and bringing it down. Remembering the comfort of each female's body is different, and hence her balancing capacity, strength in the body at various times in the prenatal phase can be different. So keeping that in mind. Now, the next variation that can be added to this is lifting one leg and trying to hold it from the alternate arm. So let's say we lift left leg first and trying to hold our big toe and trying to arch the spine looking forward. Holding and releasing gently. Another variation that can be added is lifting one arm straight and lifting one leg straight, alternative arm and alternative leg at the back. So simply inhaling, lifting one arm and one leg and trying to balance there. Long and deep breathing. And releasing. First the arm, then the leg. Now these variations can be suggested based on the comfort of individual bodies, keeping in mind the strength, balancing power, the bodily condition of each pregnant woman is very important. Thank you.